Good morning, teachers and students. My name is Laura Rivera.
And I'm Mera Felipe.
And Mass News starts now. Can rainy weather put you in a downcast mood? And can a bright sunny day make your day? Here's Mass Feed on how weather can change your mood.
Do you ever feel a change of spirit when the weather changes? If so, you're not the only one. 62% of people could also say the weather affects their mood.
For example, here in Miami, 17% of the population would say they feel less stressed when the sun is shining and temperatures are higher.
However, the other 27% would say they do not like the summer because they find their stress and anxiety going up with the temperatures.
To learn more about this odd topic, don't get cold feet and make sure to stay tuned.
So seasonal affective disorder is an actual disorder, also known as SAD, that it typically happens, a type of depression that happens during the change of seasons. It typically happens in places that there's a lot of rain or snow, but it could also happen here in places like Miami that are really hot, which people tend to be extremely irritable and don't want to be going outside as much.
Fall being the favorite season of the nation, with 31% responding that they prefer autumn over winter, which only had 7% of U.S. citizens.
My favorite kind of weather has to be winter. Since we're in Miami, it doesn't get that cold. So like a little breeze is like good.
People between the ages of 18 to 34 prefer summer by rates as high as 25%.
I feel like it has, just because something different is like exciting. So I did get happy when it was cooler. But I actually hate the cold, and then I got sick, so it didn't work out for me.
Adrian, get your lines right, it's hot.
Okay, sorry. As you can see from the testimonials given, I guess the weather really does alter your mood.
Finally, now with that said, thanks for watching this week's segment of
Mass Feed.
With the passing of notorious cult leader Charles Manson, a movie may be in the works depicting his life.
Charles Manson was an American criminal and a cult leader who formerly was known as the Manson family in California during the late 1960s. Manson's followers committed a series of 9 murders at 4 locations in July and August 1969.
Known for running a family cult, murdering a Hollywood actress, and much more, this guy is getting his own Hollywood movie.
So Charles Manson's name to fame came out in the 70s, where everything was peace, love, and happiness. And so he was very easily able to squeeze in and manipulate adolescents and young adults into believing the things that he did. And with the help of very strong LSD drugs at the time in the 70s, he was able to manipulate his followers into committing the acts that they did. So he himself never once did any drugs or was known to do any of the drugs during their time together. He was just one to initiate the situation and then have his followers commit the deeds that he did.
While many directors have attempted to tackle Manson's story, Tarantino's version promised to be a unique take. After all, he is known for his violent genres.
As this winner of 2 Oscars as well as many nominations, will Quentin Tarantino once again apply his innovative directing and clever writing to this film?
Well, Quentin Tarantino has this thing where he does movies based on historical events, where they're not, like, kind of alluding to historical events, but never really about a certain someone or a certain person or a certain event, other than, I guess, Inglourious Basterds, which was about Hitler. But even then, all of his movies are pretty lighthearted. So I think, and Charles Manson was kind of insane. If you look at the interviews, the guy's hilarious. He doesn't know anything he's talking about. So I think that's why he would do something like that, because, you know, a lighthearted feel for a movie while still being very gory, very, very dark at the same time. The thing that Quentin Tarantino is really good for.
Serving half of his life in Corcoran State Prison in California and denied parole 12 times, yet able to achieve fame throughout America.
Anything that Quentin Tarantino does ends up being very popular and very famous. I don't know how he's going to be able to tie in with Charles Manson. That doesn't seem to be his cup of tea. Whereas Quentin Tarantino does a lot of the gore and the horror and the blood. Manson's start off and beginnings and even middle wasn't very gory. Towards the end, when the murders were committed, and not by himself, by his followers, that's where the gore comes in. So I'm sure it'll be successful because it is Quentin Tarantino. He does have a very large fan base. However, having to play back into what Charles Manson did in his life, It'll be very interesting to see how he plays it in there. So.
The Manson project remains in early stages, which means there's no guarantee it will make it to the silver screen.
Teenagers are getting hyped to drive, but do they really know the dangers of the road? Mass Means More has more information on this growing dilemma.
One of the major perks of being a high school student is being able to drive. The majority of the juniors and seniors here at Mass drive to school on a daily basis. However, with owning a car and driving comes a huge responsibility. Hi everyone, my name is Elia Alemang and you're watching Mass Means More. In 2015, approximately 220,000 teens were treated for injuries relating to motor vehicle accidents, and over 2,000 teens in the U.S. were killed. This means that an average of 6 teens died every day from motor vehicle injuries. It is important that the drivers here at Mass keep in mind that this can be you. This is why things like seatbelts and no texting while driving is something that is always implemented.
I feel like it's pretty true. Like, it doesn't surprise me at all that most accidents are caused by teens, because we are fairly new on the road and we don't know. We can't anticipate what other drivers are going to do just yet because we don't have experience.
Right now, I am outside Moby Auto Collision Repair Center. This center deals with the aftermath of what happens when a person gets into a motor vehicle accident. We actually had the opportunity to speak to the manager of Moby Auto, and here is his take on what he thinks about teen accidents.
Hi, my name is Enrique Bengochea, and I am the owner of Moby Auto Collision Repair Center. 0.5% of people that are involved in accidents are actually fatality accidents. Of those 0.5%, I know double the amount of teens actually die in those accidents. And typically those things are because just the inexperience of driving, doing careless things, not putting on your seatbelt, texting while driving. The accidents tend to be a little bit bigger, and unfortunately some of them pass.
I make sure not to drive at night when I don't feel comfortable, and I don't look at my phone at all.
Students, we hope that with this episode we had shed light on something that is extremely important. Reporting for Mass Means More, I'm Elia Alemang.
She is not Instagram worthy.
Come on, you'll be cool.
Oh my god, does she gain weight?
One hit won't hurt.
Take a sip, you'll feel better.
Do it. Trust me.
Do it, do it, do it, do it.
She is not Instagram worthy.
Come on, you'll be cool.
Oh my god, does she gain weight?
One hit won't hurt.
Take a sip, you'll feel better.
Do it. Trust me.
Do it, do it, do it, do it.
Was it worth it? People go, but how they left always stays.
We are finally in December and we are counting down the days till Christmas. Christmas is known as the most wonderful time of the year. With Christmas comes to bringing together a family and giving and receiving presents to and from our loved ones. But do people enjoy Christmas for the presents or for the real meaning behind it?
The real meaning of Christmas to me is a day where you can be thankful, spend time with your family, give back to the people that have given so much to you. It's a day where you can be so thankful and so happy for things that have happened in your life. Not a day to be greedy and complain about life, because that's a day where so many things get to happen. That's a day where you get to see your entire family, and it's a lot more memorable than you believe.
Well,
Christmas honestly is a time to spend with your family and just really bond and connect with your family, your friends. Just get to really enjoy having a break from everything else and just enjoy everything else around you.
Christmas being most of people's favorite holiday, there are traditions that come with this world-known celebration. That being dinner with your family on Christmas Eve, opening presents with loved ones, or going away to visit other family members.
Well, usually I don't do much on Christmas Day, but on Christmas Eve I go to my grandma's house and we all eat as a family and we open our gifts at midnight instead of Christmas morning. So we usually do things a bit backwards, but I don't think it's that odd.
Well, Christmas Day usually consists of me getting up obscenely early and cooking a large breakfast for the family, and then we go and visit friends and family elsewhere.
However you spend your Christmas Day, whether you receive what you wanted or not, be grateful for what you get. After all, it's a thought that counts. The real meaning of Christmas is what you make of it, so remember that when the 25th comes around.
Thanks for watching Mass News. Make sure to subscribe down below to watch our future episodes. My name is Laura Vera.
And I'm Mena Felipe, signing off.